Okay. Does anyone know who this guy is?
Jesus.
Not Jesus, no.
Mussolini.
Not Mussolini.
No.
In between Jesus and Mussolini.
Marcus Aurelius.
You're getting close with Marcus Aurelius. Yep. Pythagorean.
Oh, the Pythagorean. Shut up.
Boyfriend.
What did I just do?
Okay. That is Pythagoras, who is famous for the Pythagorean theorem. He didn't fully.
I blame him for all my stuff.
No. He didn't fully come up with it, but like he's responsible for kind of proliferating it. Okay.
Damien?
No, it's named after him.
That's like a square plus B. Yeah, but didn't he name it after him?
Yep. But I'm gonna change it a little bit.
What? You can't just change.
No, it says c squared. I'm gonna rename the variable.
Oh, like you can't just change the.
So for this triangle A, B, and H, Jose, you just said it. What's the Pythagorean theorem? Good. A squared plus B squared equals. So it says C squared. I'm going to say H squared. Okay? Because I want you to remember that H is always going to be the longest side, which is called the hypotenuse. Okay? And this hypotenuse is the longest side position across from
You just
no. Guys,
Oh my god.
guys, we don't have any windows.
send him back to the axles.
Bro,
Send it back.
But when
Okay. Okay.
Tisk. I can smell it.
The long. Okay, it says short. No, bear with me here.
Oh,
The longest side is positioned across from. Yes, anyone else need a pencil? That was a cute catch. I gotta come back there.
I don't want to come back there.
So it's positioned across from the right angle.
A squared plus B squared equals H squared.
Which is also the 90-degree angle. Okay, so in this triangle above, the longest side is H, and the shorter sides are A and B.
If I were you, I wouldn't spill it though because the lid's not really going on properly. See?
Why are you bringing it over there?
Just so that you knew that it was
Don't put it
there.
near my laptop.
Well,
Why did she leave it in your class?
because my first period teacher doesn't, Mr. Menny won't let me have it.
You don't have to name names.
Oh, well, so that's to be you.
I will name names.
Oh, you know what you did? You know what you did?
Bye, Mr. Ward. I'll see
Yeah.
you later.
Okay? So you might be wondering, how can we prove this?
You can't, because the person who made it died like a long time ago.
No, we can prove it.
Yeah, but how do you know what probate the way that you wanted us to prove? Just by word of mouth?
No, because he drew it up on a square.
Yeah, but how do we know someone hasn't changed it? You know?
Because you can't change it mathematically.
Well, you never know. It's
Okay.
gonna change somewhere in like 1,000 years.
No, that's not. Here's why. Okay. Look what I have here. I have a nice triangle, right? Okay. I have 8. H, A, and B. It's a video to prove
Wait
it.
a
Okay?
second. It says the longest side is H. What if you have a triangle with every side the same size?
Then it won't be a right angle triangle. So that's a good point. Thank you, Tristan. We only use these for right angle triangles. Okay. So we have A, B, and H, and then what shapes? Quiet. What shapes do I have on the outside? Louder. Who said that? We have squares. A square. A square.
Actually, the top one was my rectangle.
Squares. So I have A. Guys.
Sorry.
A squared. B squared. If I add the water that's in both of these together, it should completely fill up H squared. Watch. Wait. It's exactly the same.
That's all.
A plus B, A squared plus B squared equals H squared entirely.
Why did they put mouthwash?
What?
Why did they put mouthwash pasta squares?
No, it's water with dye in it just to help you see it.
It's no, I trust. Yeah, but I trust Robbie.
Because look at A squared, B squared, H squared. It's all the same. See? Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
We want to cheat.
We'll see.
I saw it there.
Okay? So, that's how Pythagoras proved it. He had squares around the triangle. So, don't draw this, but this is what he did. He drew squares like that and found that the areas were the same.
What? So all he did was draw squares and find the areas of each square and then line that.
Yeah, well, I think he had an assumption and then he was able to prove it. Okay? The other way you can remember it is the short side squared plus the short side squared is the long side squared.
Short side plus short
Or-
side equals long side.
Yeah, the hypotenuse and two legs of the triangle.
Length plus length equals height.
Leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse.
Length squared. Oh yeah, but then it. I mean, this. Wait, so we have a 3D right angle triangle. It would be like cubed plus like cubed equals 3D.
No, I'd be happy to get more details.
But so then you would have to find side of this side and the back and then the other side.
Because Pythagoras theorem is already like a simplified version of square time. Okay, let's try some examples. Anthony, face the front. Julio, face the front. For A, let's label A, B, and H, okay? So remember, it's a right angle triangle. You have two sides. We want to label A, B, and H. Can anyone tell me what's A, B, or H on this triangle?
Oh, 90.
A. Which one's A? 15, 20, or the blank one? Good. A is 15. You could say that A is 22. Really doesn't matter about A and B. Okay? So say that B is 20. The important one that you have to get right every time is H. Okay? H is always the longest one across from that 90-degree angle. Okay? That's the important one. A and B are interchangeable, H is not. Okay, so now we'll write out A squared plus B squared equals H squared. By A, close, is 15, 1 times 5, squared, plus 20 squared equals H squared. Okay. Now what we want to do next is bed math. We want to square these and then add them together. Okay. So 15 squared. That would be 15 times 2 is 30. Yeah. 15 squared is 15 times 15, which is 225. 20 squared is 20 times 20, which is 400.
Equals 625.
Equals H squared. And now we add them, so we get 625
At least keep track.
equals H squared.
I'll be talking right now, boy.
Okay, guys.
You know, I don't know.
Now,
I don't know about this class.
am I done?
I say we should go.
Can I circle it? Are we done? What do I need to do?
Divide.
Not divide. Add that square,
Square.
right?
Square. I mean, like doubling it. The square root.
Perfect. We get rid of a square by taking the square root.
We did rid of the square root. Like half the square root.
Or we get rid of the square by doing the square root.
didn't do anything.
He's the only one.
You don't need
You
Don't let me this time.
Okay, does someone have to go to the bathroom? Jeez.
We hold it before coming.
Okay. Can someone do the square root of 625 for me? I forget. Is it?
25.
Thank you.
It's basically dividing. That was correct.
Okay. So the hypotenuse is 25.
I should have another way.
25 equals 8.
What?
When you reverse it to equal, H equals 25.
Yeah, you want it right. H equals 25. It doesn't matter.
You use a real when it's H equals 25.
It is. But since we call everything on 11, it's just not something.
Yeah.
Okay. B. For B, we need to label A, B, and H. Anyone tell me? A, B, or H on this triangle? Robbie.
A is 8.
A is 8. Now you need B and H. Which one's B? Which one's H?
H is 17.
H is 17. Good. The longest side and it's across from a 90-degree angle. Whichever way you remember it, it's fine. So that means that the unknown side that we're going to solve for is B. Okay? So again, write out A squared plus B squared equals H squared. A is 8 plus B squared equals 17 squared. Okay? So this time my unknown's on the left.
I forget how to do this. Yeah. Whenever I was,
What? Robbie.
No, you need to use the math.
Yep, we use BEDMAS, so we're going to do the exponents first. So 8 squared is 64. Plus b squared equals. Okay, I had it on my sheet. I forget what 17 squared is.
289.
Thank you, 289.
You get the 64 again.
8 squared. So it's 8 times 8. So you can just do that on your calculator. Okay, you don't need to know that 8 squared is 64. Just 8 little 2. 17 little 2. Now I want to get b squared on the side by itself. So I need to move 64 over. Guys, what happens to the 64? It becomes negative. Good. When it goes from the left side to the right side, it changes its sign. So it's positive, so it becomes negative. Now b squared equals 2, 2, 5. And what's my last step? Robbie?
Find the square root.
Find the square root. Perfect. Okay, everyone good? All right, so we've got one left.
More.
Mind if I say a low one? Yeah. What's that? What's that?
It's the garbage.
Okay. Tim, buy a new computer monitor with a 17-inch screen. Does anyone know how we measure screens? Like if someone says, I have like a 75-inch TV. Corner to corner. So if I measure this smartboard, I go corner to corner. Okay? That's how you measure things, okay? Let's see. So if he bought a 17-inch screen, that means corner to corner is 17 inches, or it tells you 42 centimeters. If the screen is 25 centimeters high, so we know that the height is going to be 25 centimeters. Let's wait till we're done. That's just the last question.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay. If it's a monitor, it should be a right angle. We want to find out how wide it is. Okay, so we're looking for that length. Okay, so even though it's a rectangular monitor, we can divide it into a triangle by kind of going corner to corner like that. Okay. What's my A? What's my B? What's my H? Robbie.
Hey,
Go ahead.
H is 42.
H is 42. Good. Is 25 A or B? A, but honestly, it doesn't matter. The 25 squared plus B squared equals 42 squared. Try it on your own, and then we'll take it up in a couple minutes. Okay, Leo, you can go to that. This one might be a decimal, but that's okay.
This one might be a decimal, I'm not gonna. You said it might not be, you said it might be a decimal, I don't want that.
We can round out some years.
No, there's no fraction.
Right, what? See it right there.
If it's the, if the screen is 27 meters high.
So I started upward, so like that's monitor,
This is 20.
25 high, 42.
Along the wide.
So we're gonna look for B.
Hey, can we stop being racist towards me?
Yeah.
Just wait.
I'll be back in a minute.
Yep, 25 is good. 42 squared. Alright. Get back to work. All got to do is that.
For one, I did.
That's pretty good.
Or what? I'll either tell you to leave it to one decimal place or round to the nearest whole number. So this one is going to do nearest whole number. Yep.
30.
Yeah, if you use that very frequently, sir.
So like this, surround it.
You're fine. Don't be.
Well, if you want to leave it, yeah.
Wherever it goes, they equal.
Units.
That's crazy. Just know that.
Hey, what is this doing? The answer is 17. 17. Because of the A squared plus B squared. Technically, I'm not wrong. Not some color. Not a good question. I didn't say anything. Oh, you just gave me the answer. Thank you very much. See, it works. You just gave me the answer straight up.
I don't know, I'm just saying.
Also, I'm pretty sure.
Looks like you're trying to write on my page. Oh,
Okay, so I think
so you're not used to feeling as bad as me.
most of us got it. Okay, so yeah, everyone was getting it.
Just.
We squared them. Move the 625 over.
I mean, teachers just gave me the answer straight up. Just gave me the answer. That's the only thing that matters. So they never said show your work. Never said show your work. Let it go. What's going on? All you have to do is write the answer.
Okay.
Come on, just tell them to try bottom solutions.
So,
I mean, it's not too hard. I should have done that.
hey, quiet down.
It's not so hard.
We square them both. Get b squared by itself. Simplify this side, becomes 1139. Take the square root.
You know what? Maybe you should separate them from. Maybe you should change their seating. At that point, maybe you should change the seating.